Mark Wahlberg began his career as the frontman of the band Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He then rose to stardom in movies like Boogie Nights, The Departed and The Fighter. Stay tuned, because this video is dedicated to his life, career and of course his vast car collection. On the 5th of June 1971, Mark Robert Michael Wahlberg was born in Boston, Massachusetts, Dorchester District. Wahlberg was raised in a working-class home as the youngest of 9 children.
I was so fortunate to find film.
Yeah.
I was not a great rapper.
At the age of 13, Wahlberg quit school and started hustling, stealing and selling drugs to support himself. He hit rock bottom 2 years later when he was imprisoned for his part in the brutal beating of a Vietnamese man. The 16-year-old stated that his 45-day sentence to prison was a turning point in his life. Promising to change his ways, he also committed himself to bodybuilding, chiseling his body into amazing shape. By the time Mark Wahlberg was released from prison, his older brother Donnie had become one of the 5 young stars of the pop group New Kids on the Block. Donnie soon decided to support his younger brother in finding his niche in the music industry. Mark Wahlberg, who lacked vocal talent, made up for it with charisma and good looks. He adopted the stage name Marky Mark and recorded his debut album, Music for the People, with the help of a DJ, backing dancers known as the Funky Bunch, and Donnie's producing assistants. The public criticism of Wahlberg's career appeared to be driving it towards definite death, though, as evidenced by the second album by the Funky Bunch, You Gotta Believe, selling poorly. But the 22-year-old survival instincts kicked in, and he immediately moved into another area of the entertainment industry: acting. Wahlberg made his big picture debut in Penny Marshall's Renaissance Man, as one of the army recruits being instructed by Danny DeVito's former advertising salesperson, after making an appearance in the 1993 television film The Substitute. His casting in The Basketball Diaries as the drug-addled closest buddy of Leonardo DiCaprio's character was influenced by his natural film presence. Wahlberg solidified his artistic and professional image with a leading role as dishwasher turned porn star Eddie Adams, aka Dirk Diggler, in Paul Thomas Anderson's buzzy Boogie Nights. This came after 2 more attention-grabbing performances in Fear and The Traveller. Although Mark Wahlberg is still successful as an actor, he is more than that. Wahlberg is a successful producer who works in the background. On television programs like Entourage, In Treatment and Boardwalk Empire, he was an executive producer. 2014 saw the debut of Wahlburgers, in which he starred with his siblings Donnie and Paul as well as himself. The A&E television program centers on the Wahlberg family's hamburgers joint in Hingham, Massachusetts, as well as the brothers' eccentricities and relationships. The show has been well received since the beginning and is still going strong. He became famous as a result of his tenacity and perseverance. He currently ranks among the most well-known celebrities and has an estimated net worth of $350 million. Knowing this, it's hardly surprising that he has the money to buy everything he wants. And I'll tell you, his heart craves automobiles. With that said, let's see what cars he has in his collection. Here are 11 cars we can see in Mark Wahlberg's garage. At number 11, we've got the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan rides supremely serenely and pampers everyone inside, as one might anticipate from an extremely costly SUV. This $250,000 people mover is propelled smoothly by a powerful and smooth V12. Even if the car's outward appearance is on the odd side, the unmistakable hood ornament and enormous size let passers-by know it's a Rolls-Royce and that its passengers are quite affluent. To avoid disturbing the VIPs in the cabin, the twin-turbo 6.7-litre V12 engine in the Cullinan produces 563 horsepower while operating at a whisper-quiet level. For a car that weighs about 3 tons, it accelerates to 60 miles an hour in about 4.5 seconds. Number 10. The Rolls-Royce Phantom. The Rolls-Royce Phantom justifies its price tag with the most opulent interior in the automotive industry and the exclusivity that comes with a $500,000 vehicle, despite being the size of a little house and costing 10 times as much. Although the Phantom's exterior may have a recognisable silhouette from previous decades, its inside is brimming with cutting-edge amenities to match its opulent surroundings. A smooth 563 horsepower twin-turbo V12 with an 8-speed automatic and rear-wheel drive provides incredible power. It has an acceleration time of 5.1 seconds from 0 to 60 miles an hour. At number 9 is the Porsche Panamera. Many cherished Porsche customs are broken by the Panamera. Instead of the middle or the back, it has the engine up front. Families that outgrow the 911's two cramped door comforts can use it. Despite having 2 extra seats, more legroom and more cargo space, the Panamera is still a fun vehicle that can provide a memorable driving experience. Rear-wheel drive is normal, although 4-wheel drive is optional, and the engine is a 325 horsepower turbocharged V6. The 440 horsepower twin-turbo V6 in the Panamera 4S AWD model may be unlocked for more power, but the Panamera's GTS's 473 horsepower twin-turbo V8 is where things really get going. At number 8 is the Bentley Azure T. The Bentley Azure T convertible might be the final large Bentley to be driven by the renowned 6 3/4 litre turbocharged engine. Incomparably luxurious 4-passenger open-air driving is combined with the Brooklands Coupe's incredible power in the 2010 Azure T. The T differs from less expensive Azure versions because you can customize Bentley enhancements such as lavish luxury and equipment, improved performance and design cues. At number 7 is the Cadillac Escalade. The Cadillac Escalade has long been the company's flagship model, with its enormous size and imposing appearance announcing the brand's extroverted, red-blooded American approach to luxury. Its interior is lined with satin-finished metals, leather, design fabrics and wood. A huge, curving display that doubles as an infotainment hub and instrument cluster spans the dashboard. There are other options for driver aid features, such as Cadillac's outstanding Super Cruise system, which combines adaptive cruise control with hands-free driving mode. Customers can pick between a potent 6.2 litre gasoline V8 and a diesel-powered inline 6. And this year Cadillac adds a wild, high-performance V-Series variant with mega horsepower to the Escalade infantry. Number 6. The Lamborghini Diablo VT. The Countach, the epitome of opulence in the 1980s, was the Lamborghini that few thought could ever be topped. During the course of its 12-year existence, its successor, the Diablo, epitomized the state of the supercar art. It was simultaneously softer-edged and harder impacting. The stunning impracticality of all Diablos borders on the willful. The Roadster is the vehicle of choice if you are significantly taller than 6'2", as it provides more headroom. Early automobiles have less than sophisticated interiors. And number 5 is the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. The Mercedes SLS is the vehicle you want if you want to drive around grinning like an idiot. When you floor the throttle in a tunnel, your ears will be met by the kind of booming V8 noise typically heard at a NASCAR race. Just revving up the 583 brake horsepower 6.3 litre V8 is enough to have you giggling. The Mercedes SLS AMG is a stunning work of art. We adore the big bonnet, enormous side vents and pert tail. But those incredible gull-wing doors are what we adore best. They are opened by discreet flip-out handles, and while you have to stoop slightly to close them when seated, the effort is worthwhile. Number 4. The Toyota Sienna. Even a simple glance in its way portrays the Toyota Sienna for the minivan that it is, despite the USV cosplay of its brawny for a minivan exterior experience. In addition to the obvious practical advantages that come with any minivan, the Sienna's interior is roomy and beautifully furnished, even though its second-row seats aren't detachable or stowable as they are in other vans. The interior of the Sienna is sleek and contemporary, complementing its daring outward overhaul. Toyota's long center console, which runs from the dashboard to the center armrest and features a sizable storage compartment underneath, replaces the open cockpit layout of the previous generation model's interior. And number 3, the Mercedes S-Class. Being the benchmark for all other full-size luxury sedans, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class upholds its position as the best. With a ton of high-end materials, plush seating and advanced technology, the S-Class caters to the tastes of its wealthy customers. 2 variants, the S500 and S580, each with a unique power plant, are available. Both with standard 4MATIC all-wheel drive, while the S580 bosses up with a smooth 496 horsepower V8. The S500 comes with a sleek 429 horsepower turbocharged straight 6. Screens are given priority inside the S-Class, many of them. A 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a massive center touchscreen are among the 5 options for the car. It can be disabled if you'd rather the screens look more conventional. The latter works in conjunction with other technology to generate a 3-dimensional effect. Number 2. The Bentley Mulsanne. The Bentley Mulsanne makes it easier for wealthy people to do both of their favourite things: flaunt their money and be chauffeured. The Mulsanne's powerful twin-turbo V8 gives smooth acceleration and, considering its size, is still surprisingly agile. The Mulsanne is able to ensure that its passengers arrive on time and in elegance, thanks to the combination of factors. The sedan's lavish decorations, sumptuous fittings and ample space inside all contribute to its opulent interior. A 505 horsepower twin turbocharged 6.75 litre V8 engine powers the Mulsanne, which is driven by an 8-speed automated transmission. The engine's power appears limitless and acceleration is effortless. And at number 1, we have the Mercedes G63 AMG. The classic G-Wagon SUV from Mercedes-Benz was originally designed as a military vehicle, but the high-performance 2022 Mercedes AMG G63 model caters to a very different driver than the 1970s iteration. The G63 has great performance thanks to a 577 horsepower twin-turbocharged V8 engine, and its opulent interior is equipped with all the contemporary conveniences we've come to expect from a top-tier Mercedes. A 12-inch digital instrument display, premium materials and modern amenities like cup holders and a surround view camera system make this cabin feel instantly recognisable if you've ever stepped inside an older G-Class. Despite the extremely rectilinear design, both the front and back seats have enough head and legroom for taller drivers and guests. Now, after this crazy car collection, I'd like to share one of my favourite quotes from the star of today's video. I've always wanted to do right in life, but the wanting and the doing aren't quite the same thing. We are all raised to lead moral lives. Everyone wants it. It's not always simple to do though. Even while some of the choices we make may not be ideal for other people, they may be for us. We are free to make mistakes and choose dark roads because we are human, but in the end, we must turn back to the light and right all our wrongs. Because of this, your desire for the good life does not always match your behaviour. As long as you don't lose your light, that's okay. Thank you for watching this episode. If you want to see other celebrity car collections, let me know in the comments below. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this video and channel, since that'll help us make more content like this for you to enjoy.